Tonight, the future is uncertain for more than 12 million households. A moratorium on evictions from federally assisted properties expires tomorrow.
If this country doesn't give us what we want, then we will burn down this system and replace it.
Rocks, explosive devices, and then obviously here comes the PVC with the banner that was broken apart and then jabbed at the officers.
All right, and I could be speaking figuratively.
Okay.
I could be speaking literally. It's a matter of interpretation.
Mask mandates in Green Bay have turned into death threats for city officials.
Tonight, Michigan Solicitor General Fadwa Hammoud is offering a word of warning about militia groups seen across the state.
Now to our other big story, an arrest in that devastating fire at Arizona's Democratic Party headquarters. The crime caught on camera. But that's not the only evidence police say they've gathered against this guy.
Did Arizona's Democratic Party headquarters become a target for arson years later?
I just bombed a building. Very, very serious, man. Be very, very careful what you say.
This was Matthew Egler Sunday, live streaming on his Twitter page, among some wild claims and admission.
I took responsibility for the bombing downtown. I'm tired of you coming between us. I don't really give a f about your political opinions.
The bombing or fire, according to investigators, ruled an arson early on. Flames engulfed half the building in under 5 minutes. And what led up to it captured on surveillance video taken from a business next door.
This person knew what he wanted to do. This person knew that accelerant combined with fire was going to spread quickly.
As for Egler, we're told the 29-year-old has recently been sending letters to the White House, the Arizona legislature, and more. He said this in a follow-up video posted Tuesday.
I took out a building because I wasn't getting any responses from the Senate.
Phoenix police saying all of this helps them make their case.
It speaks to his motive, right? It speaks to his mindset. It speaks to a lot of things. It's an issue of increased violence that you see in people like this. And so, again, we're very fortunate that the hard work from this task force has
Mask mandates in Green Bay have turned into death threats for city officials. Police are investigating threats made to all 12 council members, regardless of how they voted. The alderman who first proposed the mask ordinance says an email called him a traitor who must die.
It seems incredibly ridiculous that someone feels so strongly about wearing a little cloth over your face in certain social situations that they want to kill me over it.
I think the issue as a whole has been very divisive, and it's stirred up a lot of emotions and passions on both sides of this vote. And so the thing that we've just been asking the community is to recognize that as elected officials, we're responsible for exercising a high degree of decorum, and we ask that of them as well.
Green Bay's mask mandate goes into effect on Monday.
Starting today, federal agents will start being phased out of Portland, Oregon. The Trump administration sent in those federal agents in response to protests demanding racial justice and police accountability. But now the White House reached a deal with Oregon's governor to remove the agents from a federal courthouse in Portland. Under the agreement, state police will provide security for the exterior of the building, and a small team of federal officers will secure the inside.
Last night, Wood TV profiled a group that's been at the center of many recent protests across the state. Now the Michigan Attorney General's office is shedding some light on these types of militia groups. News 8's Jacqueline Francis has their warning tonight.
Heather, the state's top law enforcement office is taking a stand against the militia, generally referring to the variety of private militia groups often seen heavily armed at protests and rallies across the state. Tonight, Michigan Solicitor General Fadwa Hammoud is offering a word of warning about militia groups seen across the state.
Many militia groups are often anti-government, anti-law enforcement. They have these extreme ideologies. And history has taught us that extreme ideologies like that often lead to mass violence.
Vanderbilt University sociology professor Amy Cooter is considered an expert when it comes to the Michigan militias. She says the groups themselves are nothing new to the area.
Militias have always been very active in Michigan. They're usually just a little bit more quiet than they have been in recent months. So this is not truly a new thing. It's more the publicity and the attention that they're getting that is new.
One of the newest groups to emerge on the scene is the Barry County-based Michigan Liberty Militia, which was founded in 2015. Its members have been among several militia groups seen center stage at recent rallies, while attending a number of other protests claiming to be there as security. Hamoud condemning this idea.
It is not a good idea to go to somebody with a weapon of war and say, you know, protect me. Having a weapon does not give you the same authority to enforce the law, to protect others, or to stand in the position of law enforcement.
They're not supposed to wear them. That's not true. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Even the school requires children under the age of 10 not to wear them. So why would I make them wear them? Why? It's being ridiculous. You're so ridiculous. All time. You take care of yourself. Bye. All time. You're going to kill me. That's such a great thing to say to someone.
Local leaders in South Florida have been urging everyone to cover up when out in public to stop the spread of the virus. But today, one state representative filed a lawsuit against Broward County for its executive order requiring masks, calling it, quote, unconstitutional.
Not only from the counties, but also from top infectious disease specialists, even the CDC. They are urging people to wear their masks to help slow the spread of the coronavirus. But this group here in Broward County says making those masks mandatory is an overreach. At the Broward County Courthouse, this group on Friday morning rallied against the county's mandatory mask mandate. State Rep Anthony Sabatini announced he plans to file a lawsuit against Broward County.
The face mask order violates several parts of the Florida Constitution, violates our privacy clause, one of the most robust privacy clauses in the country. It violates due process.
Representative Sabatini and the group are asking Broward County to retract their executive order, which limits parties of 10 people or more and mandates masks at all times.
One question.
County issue, though, I mean, the CDC, the U.S. Surgeon General, President Trump.
So all the folks you've mentioned are making recommendations. Hey, we recommend you wear a mask. I'm totally fine with recommendations. If Broward County wants to make a recommendation for masks, they're going to find high voluntary compliance. They don't need a heavy law.
Miami-Dade County, along with some cities, also require you wear a mask when you leave your house and have recently stepped up enforcement. Miami police initially just warned people. Now, dozens of violators have received tickets of $100.
We don't want to be the bad person. We're asking everyone, please cooperate. It's the law. It's like wearing a seatbelt. It's like stopping at a red light. It's the new normal. Let's embrace it, control COVID-19, and stay healthy.
This group in Broward County disagrees with that comparison.
We want businesses to be able to make their own minds up. If a business says, hey, we prefer people to wear masks, they should have that right. The government doesn't need to get involved between the individual and the business.
So Janice and Christy, that gym owner is out of jail, but he tells me his fight is not over. Now we're outside of his gym in Plantation. We've seen several members come by this morning, surprised to find the door locked.
I was there for maybe 6 or 7 hours. My wife posted bond for me.
Released from jail early this morning after he was arrested for refusing to require his gym members to wear masks while exercising. Gym owner Michael Carnevale spoke exclusively with us after posting bond outside the Broward County Jail.
I'm just trusting the process right now, and I'm trusting that everything's happening for a reason.
On Monday, Carnevale was placed in handcuffs and put in a squad car after refusing to comply with the county's mandatory mask rule.
10 a.m. I'm super concerned about someone getting dizzy or fainting with a mask on while on a treadmill.
Gym members showing up to the facility Tuesday morning to find it closed.
I don't think it's fair that he got arrested. I mean, they have a cleaning person in there. Everybody's social distancing.
Member Alyssa Ramirez says working out with a mask on is easier said than done.
I know I'll pass out. Like, I can't work out with a mask on. It's intense. You're sweating. You're breathing hard. How am I supposed to breathe through the mask?
What are you going to do now?
Now I'm just going to go for a run in the park and work out at home. That's all I can do.
Someone's stalking us.
Hey, buddy, why are you following us?
Ow! Ow! Did you just stab him? Bro, he just stabbed him, dude. Bro, he just stabbed him. That dude just stabbed him, bro.
You're
being stalked by some of the Antifa group after I had been doxxed, and people had put my information out there to look for me out here filming. They don't like conservative journalists coming out here doing the reporting. And so after them following us around for a while, we were going to go back to the car. They were still following us. I didn't feel comfortable following stuff back to the car. And so I came around right over here and put my hand over his shoulder and said, "Hey, what's up, buddy? Why do you guys keep following us around?" And he pulled out a knife and stabbed me right in the kidney. Or not in the kidney, but here, he aimed for my kidney. Trying to stab me there in the side.
What was that?
Yo, is everybody okay?
Copter 4 captures a blue Jeep racing through the crowd. The marchers scatter on both sides of the interstate. Police say a protester opens fire, possibly hitting the tire of the Jeep, but definitely hitting another protester.
A Jeep just knocked this girl, poor girl, off the side of the freeway. It's a fucking glunk that seems to be like she was injured, so. There's some cars damaged over there by the Jeep that rushed us.
Copter 4 captures a blue Jeep racing through the crowd. The marchers scatter on both sides of the interstate. Police say a protester opens fire, possibly hitting the tire of the Jeep, but definitely hitting another protester.